friends, my name is Denise, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you've ever been to my channel, welcome! Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. I am the Potty Mouth Yogi. Today's video is a very special video. I am past my 1-year anniversary of being smoke-free. I did have a little mishap, a little slip up, a little mistake. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Probably one of the biggest things that I realized was, before I quit, I was really mentally preparing myself for this, and it was completely unbeknownst to me. What I was doing during the course of all this time where I knew I shouldn't be smoking was I was thinking like, this tastes like or this cotton keeps burning on me, or I gotta keep changing this mod because it keeps burning my throat, or I hope someone didn't see me driving down the street sucking on this silly thing that whatever. I always felt like I had to hide it. So there were things that I was doing mentally to prepare myself, and it made me feel ashamed. When I got to the point where I was like, I had built myself up. It was a mental preparation that I had gone through. And to get back to the thing I said about I had a little slip up, so what happened was, I think I mentioned to you guys before that I stopped drinking. Now, I'm no quitter, so I don't say that I quit drinking. Anyway, I say that I stopped drinking. And the reason why is because I was always nervous that when I drank, I would want to vape. And I worked too hard to quit vaping to have a little slip up drinking. Needless to say, during the course of the summertime, I had a few beers. Kind of like 5. They were apple cider beers, and I really like apple cider beers. The point is that I was in the kitchen, I was talking to my husband, and he decided to leave the room with his big fat vape, and he left it on the counter. And I was like, well, hello there, Mr. Vape. And I ended up taking a poke from my husband's vape. I felt like physically, I felt rotten because first of all, it made me a little dizzy. I didn't like it. Second of all, it rocked my throat. It rocked my lungs. I was like, oh my God. I felt like I needed like an oxygen mask after that. And I know that sounds really freaking dramatic, but it just felt like my chest collapsed when I inhaled it. And the other part of it is that I didn't release this plume of smoke, and I was so disappointed. It was just like the biggest letdown. I don't even know why I did that, but I did it. So that's kind of part of the reason why I'm not drinking anymore, because I want to get myself to a place where I'm not like, oh, I'm drinking. Well, I'm just going to smoke and do whatever the hell else I want. Another realization is that not vaping has stopped a lot of compulsive behaviors. Because I was always hand to mouth, I was more calm. You know, I figured out things to do with my hands, like this. No. Anyway, you know, I'm only kidding. I don't do hand puppets. I actually feel like I could just sit with my hands crossed on my lap and be calm, like chill. I don't feel so going on upstairs. Yeah, so that's a total bonus. Now I've given you my little confession, and I let you know that I did, during the course of this whole year, have a one-time vape. I do want to tell you about some of the benefits. First of all, look at my teeth. They're white. I know, doesn't really matter if you vape or not, because they're not going to turn your teeth yellow, but I'm not a smoker, so doesn't that count for something? Okay, so here's my benefits. First and foremost, I can breathe, and it's fabulous, and I don't get to a point where I suck in too much air through my nose that it hurts my throat. That's wonderful. The other thing is the chest is always so clear. When I breathe, I don't hear, because that happened too. Even as a vapor, I had a little bird in my throat, and that's not. Another one of the little benefits that I've noticed since I've not vaped anymore is when I would vape, I had a very loose throat, and it's hard to explain. So meaning if I were laughing, and it would be a, it would just seem like, it was almost, here's a good description for it. It was kind of like a cackling witch, and it's really not attractive. Either way, I don't have that cackling about me anymore. Score. I spend far less time sitting and smoking, because that's one of the things that I used to do, is just sit and smoke and stare. Like, I don't know if anyone else else does that. Maybe I sound a little weird. Whatever. Maybe I am. Here's another one. I am out there. Like, I don't feel shame. I feel proud of myself. Even though it wasn't cigarettes, it was still vaping. That's what I experienced. Still no judgment to anyone who is vaping. Rock on with your bad self. If vaping got you away from smoking cigarettes, I give you great kudos. Thumbs up for that. One last thing I would like to talk about is, I know I told you guys that I was mad and angry and I was pissed off and I had conditioned myself and I was ready to quit smoking and I put it down and I was done with it. I also have to let you know that it's hard to quit smoking. It's really hard. So it wasn't smooth sailing for me. By no means was it smooth sailing. My brain convinced me that, well, you quit for a really long time. Why don't you start this time, try the Juul? Because it's not that obnoxious big thing with the tank and the barrel and the liquid and the, like old habits die hard. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who can relate to that. It really came to my attention that this whole non-smoking thing was going through my year of firsts. Like, the first New Year's Eve, the first night out on a date with my husband when I didn't have kids around, the first time summer came around. And when a season changes, you go right back to it. It's like an old shoe. A whole year of going through firsts was definitely hard, but it was definitely worth it, because now as the year has gone on, it's gotten a lot easier to just say, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. No. So there is hope, and I don't want to give you any preconceived notions that it's just a piece of cake and I don't have any problem with this, because that's a lie, dishonest. All I know is that I am really, really proud of myself. Whole freaking year, man. Yes. Yeah. The next couple months is a bunch of year firsts coming up for me. So I hope you all stay tuned. As always, please like, share, subscribe, talk to me. What do you think about this? Are you trying to quit? Did you quit? Can we give you kudos or what? Whatever it is, I hope to hear from you. Thank you all so much for watching. Namaste.